Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2017 season. So, today is a new day. I'm feeling way more awake than I was in yesterday's episode. So sorry about that, first of all. If I came across very sleepy, I had a pretty tiring weekend, but I feel a lot more refreshed in today and feel raring to go. We are going to be playing the Trick Room team, as you can see on your screen right now, that we've been playing since last week, which is the Crabominable, Torkoal, Drampa, Mischievous, Alolan and Clefable. So, we did say in yesterday's episode we kind of went through a few things that we could look at changing and going forward with the team, maybe putting Gastrodon over the Drampa to kind of patch up some of our Garchomp, Nihilego, Arcanine weaknesses in the team. But as we kind of discovered, the more we kind of brought Drampa towards the end of the episode yesterday, the work it was putting in kind of made me think maybe we aren't bringing it enough to these games. So let's give it another chance. Let's try and change up our players. But I do want to hear your thoughts still, guys, on things that we could possibly change up in the team to patch over things like that. So we'll see, because we could still do something tomorrow to change everything up. Probably we'll see how today goes, but we could potentially put something in, take something out, shake it all about. But regardless of that, we have our first opponent of the day. And I'll stop whittling on. So they're running a team of Togedemaru, Snorlax, Tapu Fini, Arcanine, Buzzwole, and Celesteela. So, let's see. We've got the Trick Room mode on our end. Snorlax is going to really benefit from that. Buzzwole won't mind it too much. Tapu Fini, let's think. Okay, so I think Torkoal here is going to be really good for us. We just need to be a bit careful of that Snorlax setting up especially. But Muck could provide good support here. Togedemaru is going to be a bit of a pain. If it's got Encore, we need to watch out for that with Mischievous. But if we can steal its Lightning Rod, we can cause a few issues there. So I'm going to lead off with Mischievous. I think I want to bring Muck in this game because the knockoff's going to be really nice against Fini, potentially Fini. Definitely Snorlax, potentially Arcanine, potentially Celesteela. I am going to bring Torkoal. And do I want to bring Crabominable or Clefable? Let's go Crabominable. Lock in last minute. So yeah. Keep your suggestions coming on things that you might look at and change in the team, where you think we can patch things up or just change things up completely in the team. Because for the rest of the week, I'd like to maybe do some more alterations to see where we can end up with at the end of the week. And I also was thinking about going into next week. What we're going to do next week. If you guys want to see this team played for another week, I'm totally fine with that. I'm happy to play on with this team. I am enjoying it a lot. And enjoying kind of switching things up as we go through as well. It's good to do. If you don't and you want to see something new, let me know and tell me what Pokemon and strategies and things you want to see on the channel, because we'll build it around that and we can start getting that put together for next Monday as soon as you guys let me know. So either way, I'm happy with. Anyway, we see my opponent lead off with Snorlax, Buzzwole. Muck isn't really too threatened here. I mean, we could see an all-out pummeling come out from the Buzzwole, which wouldn't be ideal. Do I want to go for a Trick Room? I think I do, and I think I'm going to go for a knockoff into the Snorlax to get rid of that berry if we can, and we'll see what my opponent goes for. We might just see an all-out pummeling. So we just see an Ice Punch come out from the Buzzwole, is into the Mischievous. We do get the knockoff onto the Snorlax, which is huge. Get rid of that berry, which is going to be a big problem for us if we don't. We do see the curse getting set up there on the Snorlax, but it has lost its berry, so it's lost its means to recover, so which is really nice. And we do set the Trick Room up, which again is quite good for us going forward. So what we can do now is go for, because we are threatened from the Snorlax, you can high horsepower into Muck. I am just going to skill swap onto it, and I'm going to go for a curse of my own and match that Snorlax. Might potentially go for a high horsepower here, and might just keep on cursing up. So the Buzzwole actually withdraws, we're going to see Tapu Fini hit the field, which is fine. Don't mind that too much. It will get the Misty Terrain up. It means we're not able to poison or burn that Snorlax, and it just continues going for a curse. Okay. We do need to try and get in check, because, you know, we don't want to allow it to get too carried away, because it is still boosting up at the end of the day. We have taken its ability to get health back, but, you know, at the same time, it's still boosting up. It's still a big threat to what we've got on the field. So we do pass the Levitate ability over to Muck. Do make it immune to those ground type attacks that could potentially be coming out from the Snorlax. What do I want to do here? Do I want to go for... Could switch in Crabominable. And we could just double attack into the Fini slot, to be honest, with a Shadow Ball. Yeah, let's do that. Let's double target into the Fini with a Shadow Ball and a Poison Jab. Because I imagine that combination might be enough to take it down, might not be. But we just see the Tapu Fini withdraw, see the Arcanine come in. Okay, so it's going to get an Intimidate off onto the Muck. Take away that attack boost that we've had. And there's a return from the Snorlax. Doing respectable damage. And this is the problem now, because... Okay, so we just... What I'm going to do is go for a Trick Room. Reverse the Trick Room, and I'm going to protect Muck here. Because the problem is, the next time that Snorlax returns into that Muck slot, it is going to be able to pick up the kill. We want to try and get another curse off so we can take that next attack and our Berry procs before we lose it. And if we can get at least one attack onto the Snorlax, it should put it in range for Torkoal to take it down with an Eruption. So there's Arcanine switching out again, Buzzwole coming back in. Which maybe isn't the best thing for us, but there's a high horsepower. Ooh, into the Mischievous this time round. Okay. We do get the Trick Room up. Reverse it. We could technically pass the yeah, let's do that. Let's pass the Gluttony back to Muck, get the berry activated, and go for a Poison Jab into the Snorlax, yeah. And hopefully Mischievous outspeeds this Buzzwole. But it doesn't! Okay. Oh, we do survive though, just about. And it does activate a berry, so we didn't need to skill swap back over. Okay. But if the Snorlax attacks into the Mischievous this turn, that's fine. We do get the Poison Jab, it's not doing too much at all. But yeah, so we do get away with it slightly. Could go for another curse with Muck and just Shadow Ball into the Buzzwole. It's likely that it's probably going to go for an Ice Punch. Let's bring in Crabominable here. Do we want to bring in Crabominable in front of the Buzzwole though? Because it does hit us for good damage. Let's go for a Destiny Bond. No, because we need the Trick Room up. This is so difficult. Let's go for a Destiny Bond, just in case the Buzzwole does attack into that slot, and go for another curse with Snorlax. We're locked out, we're just going to Poison Jab. Humming and hawing too much, I think. We just see the Buzzwole switch out, so we're wasting a move on Mischievous here. But I guess if this Tapu Fini does go for the attack this next turn before we get our attack off, then, you know, we luckily Poison Jab into the Fini slot, and we just see the Snorlax go for another curse. Okay. Snorlax is becoming a bit of a pain. We do see the Misty Terrain disappear. And just to kind of make sure we get the Trick Room off, let's go for the Trick Room now and go for another... Let's go for Poison Jab into the... we don't want a Trick Room. Now this is the thing with that Snorlax. We'll go for another... I guess just Shadow Ball into the Finny. And then Poison Jab again into the Snorlax. Problem is we want the Trick Room up. This is why Snorlax is so good. It kind of really, once it starts setting up... so Mischievous goes down. So we will get rid of that Tapu Fini. Which is good, I guess. But we've got no more Trick Room. The thing is with Snorlax, what I'm saying is... once it starts setting up, it's a problem because you can't really freely set the Trick Room up when you need it to kind of combat against all its partner and Pokemon. And that's why it's difficult to deal with. So we're down to our last two Pokemon now. We've got Crabominable to come in and we've got Torkoal, but we still have the Z move, so we can utilise that against the Snorlax if we want to this next turn with Torkoal. Arcanine coming in is going to get an Intimidate off, but won't be able to take down our Crabominable because we do have the Focus Sash on it, so we should be able to attack into the Arcanine, take it down, and do the same to the Snorlax. But it depends how bulky the Snorlax is, but we should take it down with the Z move. The Inferno Overdrive should be enough. From that range, you've got to hope that it takes it down. We are in the sun. There's the Flare Blitz from the Arcanine. I wonder if the recoil enough will be enough to take down the Arcanine. So it does Flare Blitz into us, takes us down to a Focus Sash. Arcanine does faint, and we're going to get close combat. We might actually not need our Z move. Oof. What a waste of his Z move. Snorlax on 1 HP, because we could have went for that Eruption. What a shame. But we get rid of the Snorlax, which is the main thing. Making sure 100% that we get the KO here. My opponent down to the last Pokemon now, I think. So it'll be interesting to see what they've got. If it's a Celesteela, that'll be brilliant. What could they have that could cause an issue? Let's think. It's probably the one thing that we don't want. It's the Buzzwole. Okay, so that's fine. So we can just go for an Ice Hammer. And we can just go for... Is it worth going for a Flamethrower over an Eruption? Because it might target into the Torkoal here. Let's go for a Flamethrower just to be safe, I guess. So there's the Superpower. It is into the Torkoal. Okay, so we made the right choice there going for the Flamethrower. And we should be able to double target this Buzzwole now. Ice Hammer doing a huge amount of damage. Huge. And Buzzwole's quite defensively bulky as well. Just showing how strong Crabominable is. And we managed to pick up a win, so not a bad start to the episode, and good game to my opponent. Yeah, just got through that by the skin of our teeth. It's so awkward though when you're sitting there in front, you've got a Snorlax that's cursing, getting slower and slower, and you think, I need my Trick Room mode to deal with all of these partnering Pokemon to Snorlax, but I can't set up a Trick Room because Snorlax is just going to just snowplow through our team. So it's really difficult in those situations, and that's why you see Snorlax included on so many teams. Is just a great Trick Room check almost to that sort of setup. We managed to get around it, which wasn't too bad, but you know, in some situations we might not have been as fortunate to play around it as that. And you've seen in many other like formats throughout the years, you see random Pokemon that are good in Trick Room just tagged onto teams to kind of cover that. Like Amoonguss is a perfect example of that. You just tag it on, Trick Room gets set up, you bring it in, and you stop putting your opposing Pokemon on the opposite side of the field to sleep, and then you can kind of take advantage of the Trick Room yourself without having a whole team dedicated to Trick Room. But that is another story for another day, because we have our next opponent and they are running a team of Gyarados, Gigalith, Hariyama, Porygon 2, Marowak and Tapu Lele. So a bit of an interesting team here. It's kind of made up like predominantly kind of like a real Trick Room, a hard Trick Room mod with the Hariyama, P2, Gigalith and potentially that Marowak. You've got the Marowak Gyarados core there, which is just solid enough in itself. We don't have any electric type Pokemon on our team, so we're quite fortunate in that regard. And then Tapu Lele there. I feel like Muck here is going to be so good, just because it hits the Marowak for good damage. Tapu Lele gets rid of the Eviolite off that Porygon 2. So yeah, in general Muck's really good. We have to be a bit careful with the Hariyama though, and the Gyarados for its Z move potentially as well. What do we want to do here? I think I do want to lead Muck. I think let's bring Mischievous Muck. We want Drampa here. Drampa might be quite good, but then again, I don't know how good it would be. Let's lock in with those 4. So I think this is, yeah, so we'll lock in with these. Let's see what my opponent goes for. Would be, we can kind of probably guarantee that the Gigalith's going to be in the back if it's not led from my opponent. So we see the Hariyama Tapu Lele lead from my opponent, and we're going to lead off with our Mischievous and our Muck. So we can probably bank on the Hariyama going for a fake out onto Muck here. I think I don't know if I want to set the Trick Room up just yet. I think I might just go for a Shadow Ball and might knock off the Hariyama. It's not going to do very much damage, but if it's a Flame Orb variant or an Assault Vest variant, it's going to be nice if we get the opportunity to knock off its item here. We don't want to set the Trick Room up because we don't know how slow that Hariyama is. Kind of going off what my opponent has and the rest of the team makeup, kind of indicate that it's probably quite a slow Hariyama min speed maybe. So let's see what my opponent goes for. Potentially with the Mischievous here we could... so my opponent not wanting to stay in, takes the Mischievous out, the Lele out, brings Gigalith in and gets that stand up. We'll see what the Hariyama goes for. No fake out, so we might just see a knockoff come out from the Hariyama. We get the knockoff onto the opposing Hariyama. Let's see what this Hariyama goes for. What item do we knock off? Assault Vest. So that's going to help us out in the long run. We do see a knockoff. And we lose our Eviolite on our Mischievous, which is not ideal. But not the worst thing in the world either. Let's go for a Destiny Bond here with our Mischievous. We might be able to take something down and just go for a Curse with our Muck. We are going to lose our Trick Room mod though, which is a bit of a pain. But I think with Muck, especially if my opponent's only other thing they've got outside of Trick Room to take advantage of is a Tapu Lele, we might be alright, might be able to get away with it. So we do get the Curse off, boost our attack and our defense stat. Hariyama goes for a knockoff into the Mischievous again. Does take it down, so that's great. We're going to take down the Hariyama with us, which I don't mind at all. Would have been nicer maybe to take the Gigalith down, but we have got Crabominable that we can bring in, and we just see a Rock Slide come out from the Gigalith. Muck still has its berry, which is the main thing I guess. Do take a little bit of residual damage from that Sandstorm, and I think now is a good time to bring in Crabominable, because we can put a lot of pressure straight away onto the Gigalith. Even though we might see Tapu Lele come in. But it is the Gyarados. Okay. Still put a lot of pressure onto the Gigalith with that Crabominable. So you've got to think, does my opponent switch the Gigalith out? I would say they do. Like, if I was in that situation, I'd switch Gigalith out for Tapu Lele. So it might be worth us just doubling into the Gyarados here with a... we could potentially switch out... into Torkoal, but I kind of want to double into the Gyarados, so let's Ice Hammer and go for a Poison Jab into the Gyarados, because it could have the Z move. So Gyarados revealing the Hydro Vortex. Torkoal might have been a better switch in here. Gigalith doesn't switch out though, which is interesting. So we might lose our Crabominable here. Yeah, I think we're going to. Which is a bit of a shame. This will take us down to our Sash. Oh, it doesn't even take us down to our Sash, which is good. So we did get a Poison Jab off. And we'll see how much an Ice Hammer does. Wow. That Ice Hammer is ridiculously powerful. And we'll see this. Gigalith. It's going to go for an Earthquake. Okay. Not ideal. Muk should be able to take this though. We should get a berry back. Okay. Right. Now we've just got the Tapu Lele to deal with now. And this Gigalith obviously at the same time. Tapu Lele is the big problem at the minute though. Now what does my opponent do? Is this Tapu Lele going to protect from a potential Poison Jab and the Gigalith just go for an Earthquake again? Let me think. What would I do in this situation? If I think about that though, then we might be wrong because I got it wrong last turn. How many turns of the Psychic Terrain are left? 2. Because we could potentially double into the Gigalith with a Solar Beam. I kind of want to protect Torkoal here though. And just go for a Poison Jab. Could Curse, to be honest, as well. Let's go for a Curse. And protect Torkoal. Because I expect maybe the Lele to protect here. Maybe. No protect though, just a Psychic. Trying to get rid of that Torkoal. We do get a Curse off. Boost their defenses a little bit more. And we see another Earthquake come out from the Gigalith. So he is attacking into his own Tapu Lele. I wonder if that Tapu Lele is scarfed. I feel like you need to Solar Beam into the Gigalith here. We're probably going to lose. Let's Poison Jab into the Lele. Yeah. This is going to be close. Yeah, so Lele isn't protecting. Does get the Psychic off, doing huge damage to Torkoal. And I think the Gigalith's going to get the Earthquake off before he can even get an attack off with Torkoal, which is a problem. Yeah, there's the Rock Slide. Does hit. Yeah, this is it now. I think we can't really... Nah, we've lost this. Gigalith, too much of a problem for us. And we didn't really manage the field very well. I don't feel we managed the field as well as we probably could have done. I think the turning point there was the Crabominable, where we didn't target the Gigalith, thinking that it would switch out into the Lele. We should have just targeted into it. My opponent in that situation obviously thought the Hydro Vortex would have been enough to take it down, meaning that the Gigalith was kind of protected in that similar sense. Let's go for a knockoff, I guess, because it could have a berry, but I don't think we're going to get through this turn. Either way, do get the knockoff off. No, it's probably got the Z move as well. And there's the Earthquake. So good game to my opponent. I think our biggest problem there was just not dealing with the Gigalith when we had the opportunity to. We had a perfect opportunity with Crabominable. I mean, the worst thing that could have happened there was the Lele did switch in. Crabominable would have went down to the sand damage regardless at the end of the turn, and we wouldn't have taken down the Gyarados with just a poison jab. So I don't know, and then we would have brought in Torkoal. So maybe what we did was probably the better play. I don't know, it didn't work out very well in the end. My opponent just adapted a lot better than us in that situation. So we'll have one more game though, guys, and see if we can turn this around. I feel like Gastrodon feels like more. It's becoming more and more of a good option for us with the things that we're kind of struggling against, especially Gigalith. You know, Gastrodon's able to tank all of those rock type attacks. It's able to get Scalds off. It does kind of contradict itself playing it in Sun, but we don't necessarily need to run a water type attack on it. It's not for its water type attacks that we need. We need the ground, and we probably need ice as well, which it has access to. We could also give it Toxic and Recover as options. Stockpile as well is another option. We could give it the ground EMZ, so it's a different Z move option on our side of the field. So there's a lot of options there that we've got with Gastrodon that don't have to revolve around clashing with that Sun that we bring with the Torkoal. But I do feel like it would probably give us a better option against a lot of things that we're struggling against. So let me know what you guys think. If you think it would be worth trying it out, if you do, we'll play it in tomorrow's episode. If not, that's not a problem. We can carry on with what we've got. And then going into next week, I'd love to hear your opinions on what you would like to do for teams next week as well. So do keep those comments coming, guys. Please, please, please. So we have our next opponent of the day, Ben from the United Kingdom, playing a team of Tapu Lele, Alolan Muck, Pheromosa, Alolan Ninetales, Porygon 2 and Garchomp. So, Mischievous and Torkoal will be very good here. I feel like a Trick Room mode's quite nice here. We've obviously got a Trick Room mode on my opponent's end with the Porygon 2, the Muck there. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Curse on the opposing Muck. So do we bring Clefable here or not? We could bring our own Muck. Our own Muck's not bad at all in this matchup. We could bring Drampa as well. Let's bring Muck, but we might want to. Do we want to leave Muck in the back or lead it? I feel like I want to have another go at this fall. Do we want Drampa here though? Like, Drampa's good against Garchomp, but it is threatened from the Lele and the Pheromosa. The Ninetales gives it problems, as well as the Porygon 2 if it's got Ice Beam as well. So, let's lock in with these four and go for it, and let's see how we get on. Let's see the final match of the episode. And also, guys, what we could do if we do make some changes, if we don't make changes tomorrow, then we can always end the stream on Thursday, because I will be playing VGC on Thursday this week in the stream over on our Twitch channel at 8 o'clock Thursday evening. So we could always talk about making changes there and discuss options that we've got going forward. Right, so we've got the Garchomp and Alolan Muck on my opponent's end of the field. Knockoff is a big concern that I've got from this opposing Muck, and obviously Tectonic Rage as well from this Garchomp could be a bit of an issue as well. If we set the Trick Room up now, we're not going to be able to get the skill swap off potentially. Onto the Muck, and maybe let's go for the Trick Room regardless, and let's just protect Muck, because I do worry about that Tectonic Rage coming up from the opposing Garchomp. We might see a Swords Dance as well, which wouldn't be ideal. It's just an earthquake. Wow, earthquaking into his own muck. Okay. That's crazy. It's fine, it makes our job a bit easier, I guess. Procs the berry on the muck. Pulling it back up to just over half HP, well, more like 75%, so that's fine. We do see the knockoff into the Mischievous, doing a huge amount of damage, and we get the Trick Room up. So that's fine. I guess now is when you would probably see the Tectonic Rage come out from the Garchomp. I think here I will go for... I guess I can try and get the skill swap off into the opposing muck. Not into the opposing muck. Into our muck. We don't want to give them an advantage. So yeah, we go for the skill swap if you can get it off. And I think I will Curse as well. Which might allow us to take the Tech Rage. I don't know if it will though. We'll go for it regardless. So there's a Poison Jab. It's into our muck. Alright, that's fine. We do get the Curse off, which is good. And we will get the skill swap off as well. So if we do see a Tech Rage come out here, it's going to help us out to no end. So there's the Levitate onto our muck and a Rock Slide from Garchomp. Okay, so Mischievous goes down here, but this is fine because we get to bring in either our Torkoal or our Crabominable. I feel like Crabominable here is probably the better the option, maybe. Or do we bring in Torkoal? Crabominable. Yeah. Yeah, let's bring in Crab. Because we can potentially force that Garchomp out and just go for a close combat and Poison Jab into the opposing muck, which should be enough to take it down. So let's do that. Both my Pokemon should be slower. The muck has already lost its berry. I would imagine the Garchomp to switch out here. You've got to imagine it does. Or protect. Hasn't protected so far. Hasn't shown it hasn't shown protect so far. So got to imagine it probably. It's so threatened. No switch out though. So the Garchomp just staying in. Wow. Okay. So we get super lucky there. Get a crit. Close combat onto the opposing muck. Do take it down. It's a bit unfortunate for my opponent. Do get a Poison Jab off into this Garchomp. Does alright damage. You've got to imagine it's probably Assault Vest. And my opponent just goes for a Rock Slide, which is fine. We should just proc our berry on our muck. Does a little bit of damage to our Crabominable. Have we already had a berry eaten? Oh no, we've not got the Gluttony ability anymore. Of course not. So it doesn't really matter. So we see Tapu Lele come in. We are +1 though, so we should be able to maybe take down this Tapu Lele with our muck. Might see the muck protect now. We'll just go for an Ice Hammer into the Garchomp and just a Poison Jab into the Lele. So the Lele does protect this turn. So we might see an Earthquake come out, but the Ice Hammer, as long as it hits... Oh, it misses! Oh, okay. It's not ideal. We'll probably see an Earthquake. Fire Fang! Wow, okay. That's kind of cool. We do survive! Okay, so we get through that, which is quite fortunate for us. We are going to get the Ice Hammer off onto it this turn. And we will get this Poison Jab off into the Lele. Hopefully, +1 should be enough to take down a Lele. There's the Ice Hammer. It does hit, does connect. We are going to lose our Crabominable though to the rough skin damage. Which is a bit unfortunate. And hopefully, this Poison Jab is enough to take down the Lele. Poor Crabominable. Poison Jab's enough, Lele goes down, and my opponent's down to his last Pokemon, so it'll be interesting to see what it is. Dimensions turn back to normal, so we haven't got the Trick Room anymore. But we've done enough damage, hopefully, and it is the Pheromosa. Okay, so we're going to be, I think, alright. We should be alright. We might see a Z-move come out from it though. But we can launch a Z-move back at the Pheromosa ourselves. So let's just do that. Let's go for Inferno Overdrive into the Pheromosa and Do we protect Muck here? Because I don't know. I don't know if we protect it or not. Let's just go for the poison jab. Let's not worry about protecting. High jump kick. It's into the torkoal though. We do take that though, so that's fine. Reveals that it is life orbed. We're going to get a poison jab. This might be enough to take it down regardless. We are +1. And we do win the game. So very good game to my opponent, and we managed to kind of clutch out a win there. So that was quite good. Kind of makes up for that second game, which was a bit disappointing. But we went over the areas where we went a little bit wrong, which was a bit unfortunate. But the big thing, I think, is just the damage that Crabominable does with that Ice Hammer. It's a bit unfortunate that it missed in that game. I think it would have made the game a lot easier to kind of close up. You know, Crabominable would have had a lot more health going into the last couple of turns. But then again, you know, Pheromosa would have come in a turn earlier. So it might have worked out a little bit better in our favour. But regardless of that, had a lot of fun with the team. But as I've been saying through the whole episode, guys, please let me know your thoughts and comments and ideas on what you would do with the team. Like, my biggest thing now is I would definitely put in Gastrodon over Drampa. I don't know what set or spread yet. That's something I'd have to think about. But let me know in this evening's episode, and we might make that change tomorrow. If not, like I said, we'll probably do it for Thursday on the live stream, and that might be quite nice to keep for then. And also let me know for your thoughts for next week, because I do possibly want to change teams going into next week. But we don't have to. We don't have to. We can play this team for a bit longer. It's entirely up to you guys. Whatever you'd like to see more going into next week. You can give this team another week and then go into the following week with a new team. Or we can just build something new going into next week. It's entirely up to yourselves, and I'm happy to build around anything to go forward. Might be fun as well to pull out some more unique Pokemon as well to play around with. But we'll leave things there, guys. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. It is always a lot of fun doing these episodes, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, as always, please hit the like button. It does help the channel out massively. If you're new to the channel, I welcome you to Osiris Studios and to the little amazing community that we've got going on here. Get involved in the comments and all that, and everyone is super friendly. And you'll also get all the updates for our daily content, which is School of Hard Knocks, this one, Battle Spot Double Series, QR Code Series, Best of 3 Battler as well that we've got going on at the minute that we've just launched, and our Twitch streams over on our Twitch channel that we've just recently started. So we've got a lot going on, and if you are new to the channel and there is things that you want to see featured on here, do let me know, because as I always say to the rest of everyone else, I am happy to do, and I want to provide content that you guys want to see. So we'll leave it there. Have an amazing night, afternoon, morning, whatever time of day it is, guys. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves and having fun, and I will see you all again tomorrow for another episode of School of Hard Knocks, and we're going to squeeze in a special episode of our Battle Spot Doubles series as well, so we're not missing out on that this week. But yeah, take care, guys. Until then, I will see you later. So until then, bye bye.